That shit was trash. I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Is everybody feeling good tonight? Yeah, it's Friday night. We in Nutley, New Jersey. Welcome to All World Comedy Night at the Huddle. I'm your host, Lee Valentin. We gonna host couples in the house. Couples, you guys together? What's your name, brother? Sean? Welcome, man. Who's this beautiful lady you with right here? Christine. You're not gonna let her answer herself? I got this, B. I don't need you to do anything. Couple.
Nice mixed crowd in here. If you guys haven't picked it up yet, I'm a mutt. I'm mixed. I'm Italian, Irish, and Jamaican. You don't believe me? I am. I mean, apparently, when you put those three together, it just makes a Puerto Rican anyway, so. That's what I deal with.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? All World Comedy. The last Friday of every single month, here, 350 in Nutley, the Sports Huddle Bar. Make sure y'all come through. So, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm having a great time.
You having a great time?
Old school music. I'm ready to go out and grind. I haven't grinded in a long time.
In here tonight too.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm ready.
So what brought you to comedy, Trisha?
To comedy?
Yes.
I mean, it was something I always wanted to do, man. I was always the class clown.
Sound like you got a lot of ass whippings when you were young.
A little bit. A little bit. I used to get chased around with everything, man. Yeah, you got a slipper, a hanger, a belt, whatever my mother could find.
Well,
but
you know, when you from a certain area, whatever was in your
house,
your
household item,
hands on
anything.
I
used to run under the bed and just make some jokes. I try to make my mother laugh. She could laugh. She'd cool down for a few minutes. Pick my head out, see if she's all right, and then we're good to go out. And we were good. I love those beatings, though. You gotta get beaten. Yeah, you gotta. Kids gotta get beat. I think kids gotta get beat.
After a while, they didn't work. I started getting punished.
Yeah. Then you're like, no, beat me. Just beat me and get it over with.
I still want to go outside.
Yeah.
Just get the beating over with so I can go outside.
Like, hit me. Yeah, I feel it. I'm the same way.
Definitely. Now, do you have a ritual before you go on stage?
A ritual? Yeah, I don't do shit. No, I don't do anything. No, I don't. I have no ritual. I just go up there. I mean, you know, there's a couple of things in my head that I might want to do and get out, and that's what I'll try to work with.
All right.
So I try to feel the energy of the crowd.
Right.
See if they're gonna like me.
Right.
Sometimes they don't, and you just gotta deal with it.
Right.
But it's fine. It's all fun and games.
How do you come up with new material? What is your way of doing it? Is it walking in the park or?
Strip club. The strip club is the best place for material if you're gonna go. Just try the best place, man. You get and now you just if you're there for 10 minutes, you get an hour of material. That's all. It's just living, man. I grew up in Brooklyn, so it's like my life is. You gotta have that kind of mentality where you make everything a joke.
Right.
You know, I've been through a lot of stuff, but I can make fun of anything.
Right.
So no matter what happens, there's always a joke in something.
Right.
So I've always been that type of person.
All right. So were there any specific kind of comedians you looked at when you were starting to go into the trade? Comedians that you liked to watch?
Yeah. There's a lot, man. That's the thing with comedy, man. Is there's so many different types of comedy, and you can like so many different types. Like I grew up on Jerry Seinfeld. I love watching Jerry Seinfeld, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle. Like there's just so many, and they're so different that it's amazing that you can like different. It's like music, you know, or like food. Whatever you're in the mood for. You want a certain dish, it's like, that's what I want tonight.
So is there a comedian you would love to go behind or go before?
I mean, they're all dead.
Oh, give it to us.
I mean, come on. George Carlin. I mean, he was
I love my man.
I mean, he's the man.
Unique.
George Carlin, Bill Hicks.
Right.
I mean, there's so many, man. It's hard. I was never really too many that I never stuck to one, like that, but there's just so many that, man, I have love for comedy in general and the way that everybody could have that perspective on life.
Right.
And flip it, make something funny out of horrible situations or just silly situations.
Well, I don't think people understand how powerful laughter is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can really change a person's demeanor with
Yeah.
just a smile and laughter.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So-
even go ahead. No, I was just saying, even in those weird situations, if you know what to say, you know, if a bad situation, whatever happens, if you're the one that says something, you could just break the tension. You know.
Well, I remember Richard Pryor said when he got locked up, he kept everybody laughing from off his ass. You know.
That's the way you gotta do it, man. You gotta
Exactly.
laugh. You gotta laugh, man. That's
Exactly.
the way life is.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you want to do acting?
In
Specific
5 years? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead in 5 years, man. 5 years, I can't be. That's the
many
thing,
strip
man. I can't.
clubs?
Too many strip clubs. I can't. Being famous, I can't be famous. I'll be dead 2 years max if I get famous. I'm riding this body as hard as I can.
Right.
Just going out. Whatever I can do, I'm going. I'm going full force.
There's nothing
But in
wrong
5
with
years, man, it's just about. I like doing comedy. I like putting content out. I do, I do little skits and videos with my son. You know, I just like having fun and playing around, man. I'm a big kid.
Right.
I'm a big kid.
That's the best thing. So, do you have any upcoming events coming up in the next couple of days or months?
Nothing big, but if you want to check me out, I'm always bouncing around. But if you want to check me out, you get my Instagram.
Oh, give us all your information.
Instagram. You catch me at Tristan Rega. At Tristan Rega.
Spell it
TRI.
out for us. You know how
Yeah,
people
yeah,
wanna
TR
spell stuff all different and stuff.
Yeah, nah, it's straight up. Tristan Rega. TRISTANREGA. It's my Instagram. I make memes. So, memes, it's little quips of my humor
Right,
on
right.
pictures and shit like that. So people that come to my page get a little sense of my humor.
Right. All right. Make sure y'all check this gentleman out. He's very talented. Hit
Do
him
it.
up, y'all. True Vibe TV, man. Thank you.
Are you good? You in the chocolate women? You just surrounded by beautiful chocolate women. Make your move, bruh. They like them lawyer dudes too. You can get their child support money and all that shit, man. You a commodity right now, kid. You don't even know it. I'm hooking you up right here, lady.
So there's like a 99% chance that I'm not what you think I am. I know I'm ethnically confusing. And people guess all the time. They don't even ask me anymore. They just tell me. Like the other day, somebody came up to me and they were like, Moroccan. I got Mexican. Man. I mean, in his defense, I have no titties. I get it, you know? But I am a mixture of sorts, and nobody guesses. My dad is from India, but my mom is from schizophrenia.
Lady here. Sonia. All right. So, what brought you to comedy?
I got into it by mistake.
Oh, wow. Break it down to
Yeah.
it. How did that happen?
My neighbor was a comic.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like miserable, and he was like, "You should do comedy," and I was like, "Ew, no." I was like, "I'm an actress."
Right.
And then
right.
he's like, "Just try it," and I did, and I love it.
You love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was the first time you actually stood up on stage? What was that like?
I was exhilarated. Yeah, because I'm an actor, I was a trained actor,
Right.
so I wasn't like stage fright. I was just like, wow, women are funny.
So break down the difference to us, the difference between actually being in front of a camera doing funny to being in front of a stage and audience doing comedy.
Well, with stand-up, you break the fourth wall. They call it a fourth wall,
Oh, wow.
which is like talking to the audience.
Okay.
And so you don't do that as an actor, right?
Okay.
Like you're in a play, you're a character, whatever. Very rarely.
Right.
And so like, what's amazing and terrible is that like you get feedback instantly. You know, like you live or die on stage when you're a comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you still act and do comedy or?
I do. I did a short film not so long ago called Tender. But
Okay.
it was
All right,
good.
well, let us know where we can find that
Okay,
first.
so I'm actually doing a fundraiser
Oh, nice.
to
Let us know everything.
help build a school in India. It's going to be at the Creek in the Cave.
Is there
in,
an address, a time, a
Yeah,
date?
there's a May 17th, 8 p.m. Creek in the Cave. It's in Queens. It's a comedy club in Queens.
Right.
It should be a good time. All these top comedians from Conan, Colbert, all their late night shows are going to be there. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to do some good work. So.
Okay. So what do you go through trying to come up with material?
My life, my parents, I pretty sure you heard, right?
Yes.
I'm like, my parents, I was born to be like, they give me everything I need.
Oh, so you were born in England right over here?
Huh? No.
Okay.
I was born to be a comedian.
Oh, born to be a
I was born here, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, my parents, I think most of my comedy comes from them, you know, so.
Okay. So now, is it easy for you being a beautiful young lady doing comedy and, you know, religious based and things like that, or?
I still think comedy is a male-dominated field, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's better, but it could be way better, right? Like, it's still the best time to be a female comic.
Right.
But it's still, we got a long way to go.
Right.
But I think with like the Me Too movement and Time's Up movement, I think there's a lot of people are getting, like, men are just getting aware now. You know, they're just like, we can't act like this because it's wrong. Not because, you know, people are looking, but it's like, I think it's sinking in that like, oh, women are equals. Whoa. You know?
All right. I don't know. I know you said acting, but I see you as a director role. Is that something you want to do in the future, or?
I want to be in front of the camera.
All about me. That's it. So, do you have any events coming up other than the fundraiser?
Yeah, I do.
Let us know everything.
Yeah, you can check it out on my website. It's sonyavai.com, SONYAVAI.com. And all my shows, I go up almost every single night. So, yeah, come see me and help me make my dreams come true.
Well, it's definitely going to happen because you're very talented.
Thank
and thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Check this young lady out. Very talented, very beautiful. All world comedy, y'all. Chics and Flics, True Vibe TV.
Yay! DJ Truth in the house.
Nice. Okay, it's back. I always come out to rap music. Yeah. When I was a kid, I was a cute redheaded kid. Someone asked me if I wanted to be a model. I said I'm not ready yet. Nobody has asked since. What do you do for a living?
I work at a warehouse.
Oh, cool. Like lifting boxes?
Lifting tables, chairs.
Fuck. See, I worked at Staples, which is like sort of getting into that whole furniture thing. Do you work at IKEA?
No, I work at Party Rental.
Damn, fucking parties. It is not a party at the Party Rental warehouse, though, yeah. The party is outside, yeah. You've never seen any of those things at an act. Oh, if you go to parties and you're like, oh, fuck, this reminds me of The Office. That is,
Everybody doing? Troop here with Mr. Freddie G, Chics and Flics, Oral World Comedy. We're live. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. We just had a great show. It's great to be out here in Jersey.
Okay, where you originally from?
I live in Astoria, Queens.
Queens.
Yeah.
Rich people stuff, y'all. Rich people stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I mean, I always say Queens has nothing but women, so you got to have it good out there.
Oh, because like Queens, the women, yeah.
Yeah, nothing but women.
Oh, no, yeah. The women who live in Queens, I don't think they're quite at Queens, yeah. Maybe princesses, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, answer us, why comedy?
Because I think I'm funny. Yeah, that's the only reason to do it, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of hard work, so we only do it if we think we're funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what was it to you that, when did you start doing comedy?
I started 4 years ago. I did open mics. I did a class. I started in a lot of different ways, yeah.
Okay, so
it's something that you really just keep experiencing and you realize you want to do it seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
So what brought you to comedy?
The first thing was that I took a stand-up class and I thought I was really funny, and from that I did a couple other things off and on, but I just started doing it.
Okay.
Started doing it regular, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what was it like the very first time you actually stood up to do comedy?
So the first time was the class graduation show, and it went well, but I was very nervous. So I remember buying an entire bag of chocolate-covered almonds on the way there. And I had an entire bag of chocolate almonds, and that gave me the energy to do 5 minutes.
Right.
And I was very nervous.
Okay, do you have a ritual before you go on stage, or?
Yeah, I like leave me alone and let me eat and drink as much as I want. And it's good to know exactly when you're going to go on stage.
Right.
Sometimes we get jerked around or whatever. We just want to know when we go on stage.
Okay. So how many performances you said you've had prior to like your very first to now?
My first what? Oh.
Your very first performance to now. How do you feel?
Oh, how many I've done? I count, so I've done about 2,100.
Nice.
Yeah, I do it every day.
Every day.
For 4 years is about 21. Yeah, and I count it's about 2,100.
All right, so let us know, because we're not sure how it happens. Let us know about the dedication that it takes to be a stand-up
So
comedian.
what separates stand-up comics from everyone else is wanting to get on stage every day.
Okay.
There's a lot of funny people who don't do stand-up, who don't have that dedication. There's people who have that dedication who aren't that funny. But what makes you a stand-up is getting on stage every day, and hopefully you're either funny or learn how to be funny.
Okay. So, life happens, everything goes by. Who's playing you, any actor, alive or dead, who's playing you in your life story?
It's weird because I look a lot like Woody Allen. So, yeah. I mean, you said alive or dead, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of look like Woody Allen. I look like the friends look like a combination of Woody Allen and Louis, and they both had horrible sex scandals right now. So it is weird, yeah.
Does that fit your lifestyle at all?
No, I'm very innocent, yeah. I'm just a married guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is marriage like with dating a comedy?
She's got to understand that I'm out every night.
Right.
She's a stage manager. She's also out every night.
Nice.
So we see each other in between things.
Okay.
We don't watch that much TV together or whatever. If you want to watch TV with your husband, don't marry a comic.
Don't marry a comic.
No, don't marry a comic.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years. Hopefully getting paid to do stand-up.
Okay.
All the time and stuff like that. And right now I do stand-up, I get paid to do other things, and you mix it out.
Okay, so is there any specific places you would like to perform before, during your career?
Within 5 years? I would like to perform for audiences that are fans of mine.
Right.
It doesn't really matter wherever they'll go. Because it's not about the building, it's about the experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
All right,
It's a good question,
let
though.
everybody know where they can find you at, your social media, everything.
Instagram and Twitter at OrangeFreddieG. And I've got a podcast where we make fun of the crazy sex and dating questions people post on the internet. That's called The Love Gurus. It's on iTunes and SoundCloud.
iTunes, SoundCloud, that's where they can find it?
Yeah, SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts, yeah.
All right, make sure y'all check Freddie G out, y'all.
At
Very
Orange Freddie.
funny man,
Thanks a lot, man. Good to meet
Have
you.
you ever had a crazy ex?
Yeah.
Okay. If you clap really loud, you are the crazy ex, by the way. Guys, not to brag, but my ex tagged me on Facebook and wrote, "She'll never date Indian guys ever again because of me." And I replied, "You're welcome, Indian guys everywhere." My mom once invited my school bullies to my 9th birthday party. Because keep your friends close and give your enemies your home location.
How's everybody doing today? True Vibe TV, Oral World Comedy, Chics and Flics. I'm here with a very, very talented gentleman. Let us know your name again, Narinder, right?
Narinder Singh.
Oh, man. No. So,
As gangster as it gets.
Say that? How long have you been doing comedy, sir?
About 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So, prior to that, what happened to make you want to do comedy?
What happened? Oh, man, that's a good question. I figured I make people uncomfortable, so might as well get paid doing it on stage. Yeah, that's why.
I like that. That's what I'm talking about, man. So, do you have a ritual you go through before you perform, or?
Oh, yeah. I pray, man. I pray to God it goes well. I pray before, and then I binge eat after. Like, oh, man, you need comfort food. Comedy's hard, guys.
Okay. So, what was it like the very first time you stood on stage?
It was nerve-wracking. It's always nerve-wracking. Every time you do new material, or any time you go up first, right?
Right.
Going up first is tougher because your friends are watching. Your friends came to support you, right?
Right.
And if they don't like what they remind you every weekend, So that's the toughest part.
So your friends is who you work on your material with first?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you come up with your material? Is it like a normal day life, or something just hits you?
It's both, man. Sometimes comedy's about pain, right? And there's no short of pain when you're a minority, right?
Right.
So it's all about pain, so people can relate with it. Relationships, right? All that they're universal.
Right.
You know, family, trying to make it. You know, everybody understands that.
Right.
That's what comedy is. You know?
Okay. So we know your friends support you, but how does your family? Do they support your lifestyle and comedy?
That's a complicated question, okay? For American standards, no.
Okay.
But for Indian standards, yeah. You
gotta break it down to us.
Yeah,
You
I gotta
can't-
break it down.
You can't just tell us that and not break it down to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
What's the difference?
I would say American, you know what? Go, baby, go follow your dreams, right?
Right, right.
Indian, no, baby, you follow my dreams, okay? That's what it is. So we kind of compromised, okay?
Right.
We compromised on the money part.
Okay,
So,
okay.
you know, my goal is to make money.
Right.
So we're both satisfied.
Okay. So if you had a dream to perform anywhere in the world, what would it be?
Oh, man, where would it be? That's a good question. I never thought about where.
Okay.
I never thought about where. It's not where.
So what about like Madison Square Garden, the Barclay?
No,
Fill a stadium out just to see you.
honestly, that scares the hell out of me.
Wow, okay.
You know, when I'm at that level, I can say, you know what, I'm asking to get ready. But if that's where the money is, that's where I go. You know, I got to go with the stadium capacity.
Okay, okay.
But I got to be humble right now and say, you know what, I want to do here.
Right.
The ball, you know, so I got to keep building up, you know,
Right.
to that level.
Well, I mean, you're very talented. It's definitely going to happen. Now, do you have any other events coming up in the future, or let us know your social media contacts where everybody can find you?
You can follow me on Instagram, your Sikh Bay, or Twitter, and you'll know exactly how hard comedy is when you see me do it, guys. It's great. So please follow me, and I follow back.
That is a difference. That is a difference. Please make sure you check this man out. He's very funny, very
Thank you so
talented.
much, man.
Do you have any other events coming up in the next couple of days?
I got no events.
All right, so check him out on his social media feeds,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he posts on a regular basis, and he'll let you know where you can see him at, man. Thanks for stopping by.